Merry meet and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 5th of May, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating on YouTube are the lovely Shirley and the lovely Honeypaw, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, moderators. And thanks to everybody for joining us today. I'm reading with this Golden Tarot of the Renaissance today. Oh, hello. There we go. Let's purify with this verbena by Monotheme. 3 sprays in this big room is more than sufficient. You can find links to purchase those products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't feel like watching all the shuffling I'm going to do, just use the timestamp in the video description to fast forward to the reading. Those of you that are here with me for the shuffling, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us there. Remember, this does go out to a lot of people. So, if for some reason it doesn't seem to land with you, it doesn't seem to make any sense, there's no reason to try to force things. Just disregard the reading because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. You can find the most recent restreams of all those readings right on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. We do have a shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. That's a lot of affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We are in the process of upgrading that shop to a full retail experience. We'll let you know as we progress when we're ready to launch that. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga. paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation right on that platform. We do appreciate your support. And we do appreciate you being here for this reading for all signs for today, the 5th of May, 2024. I'm going to shuffle this one more time for good measure, give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for everybody today. I hope you're having a great day. If not, maybe this will help you out. We've got the High Priestess or the Papess, followed by the 8 of Coins, and then we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so 2 8s. We've got Mercury and Mystery. Mercury and Mystery. The mystery of this goddess here, she's the goddess veiled, this High Priestess card. And that's, you know, the underworld. And the underworld includes the womb. That's where everything happens. People think of the underworld as that's where people go to, you know, when they die. It's also where seeds get germinated, and it's where babies turn into embryos. Embryos turn into babies. So, you know, everything happens behind the scenes. All true, the beginnings of all life happen behind the scenes. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. And so you may not understand everything that's going on. And what happens with that is when Mercury in your mind gets a hold of that mystery or the idea of, I don't know what's going on, you can go into one of 2 different directions. You can either go into the Wands or into the Swords. The Swords is an unfortunate place to go because then you start obsessing. That 8 of Swords is that circular thinking, you know, where things just churn and churn and you can't stop thinking about something, you can't stop thinking about something. Whereas the 8 of Wands is where you're understanding that you don't need to know it all, that you don't need to know everything. In fact, it's better if you stop thinking about it. If you stop thinking about it and let things just take their course. This is the better of the 2 options, is just to stop worrying about it, whatever it is. There's so much that's not being revealed to you, and that's just normal. That's just how life works. But if you can learn to trust that the universe is working and working on your behalf, you can save yourself not only a lot of turmoil in the meantime, but remember how creative your mind is. that, even though you're not whatever's going on behind the scenes isn't something to worry about. But if you start worrying about it, you can definitely create something to worry about if you want to. And a lot of people do that inadvertently. So if you notice that you're obsessing over things and you're churning over things, I want you to use a technique called the off switch. You can just go to YouTube and search Gatoga off switch. You can learn how to use that in a couple minutes. Just listen to that very short video and use it over and over again to keep your mind off of what if, what if, what if. Don't worry about what if. What if isn't what's happening right now. Actually, it looks like really good things are probably happening. Let's see. We've got the King of Cups. That's nice. We've got the 10 of Coins. Well, I think something really good is happening. And then we've got the 1 of Coins. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. So don't misuse your powers of your creative powers and start obsessing over things that are negative. Because what you're doing is twofold. On one hand, you're missing out on all that's actually happening around you. You're not seeing things clearly, so you're just missing out. But worse than that, any of those swords could create problems for you if you're not careful. If you obsess long enough over something, you can make it happen. If you obsess long enough over something, you can disrupt things in the manifestation process that you don't want to disrupt. So it's a great day to just notice when you're being an obsessive thinker and shut it down. Use that off switch, because every other card is positive except for that one. So worrying about, I think a lot of times we want to know exactly what's happening, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, who's going to be there. We don't want any surprises. And that's understandable, but it's also just not how life works. So there's no reason to kind of put a wrench in the works right now just because you think you should know everything, because you're not going to know everything whether you put a wrench in the works or not. So shut down the obsessive thinking and recognize that you've been working on yourself for a long time. This King of Cups is very clear that you have a maturity within you, spiritual maturity, that doesn't just happen by chance. It happens because you've lived long enough, you've worked on yourself long enough to have that spiritual mastery, at least on some level. And then from that comes this 10 of Coins. The 10 of Coins is a financial outcome that is wonderful. Now, if it's not financial, it's at least something in the physical world that's considered an asset for you. So whatever it is that doesn't seem to be showing or hasn't been seemed to be showing itself is now revealing itself. But if you're obsessing over something, you're going to miss it, even though it is manifesting. It's like you're so obsessed over the weeds over in this part of the garden that you're not noticing that you've got all these shoots coming out of the ground that need your attention, that need to be watered, that need to be cared for. But you're so obsessed over the stuff that's not happening over here that you're missing out on all this stuff over here. Don't do that. Shut the obsession down. When you shut down that obsession, you start to notice what's really happening rather than being so tunnel visioned. And also, don't make yourself wrong for having obsessive thinking. It's called being a human being. We all do it. But the spiritual master that you are has a leg up on most people. You have the ability to notice it. Most people don't. You do. So do notice it. Do notice it. Shut it down. What's this one? Oh, the Ace of Coins. I love it when you have the 10 of Coins. This is very powerful, having the 10 of Coins right followed by the Ace of Coins. What this means is that you have within your power the ability to make whatever this nice, I'm going to call it financial, but if it's something else for you, you can interpret it for what it is. This financial happy outcome into a financial happily ever after. Why? 10 and 1 are the same number, numerologically speaking, because 1 plus 0 is 1. So this 10 is an outcome. It's a manifestation. This 1 is the beginning. of a manifestation. Do you see how this is perpetuating itself? This is an indicator of a financial machine, like a financial gyro that keeps self-perpetuating. And that's what you want. But you don't want to, you need to have some awareness of it when it happens so that you're not accidentally shutting it down with this obsessive thinking that we were talking about. This 8 of Wands is talking about endings, letting things end, letting things complete. So when something wonderful happens, don't be afraid, oh, it can't end. Yes, it can. You want it to end because it's getting immediately reborn into something else. And then when that ends, that's immediately getting reborn into something else. You don't want to keep alive something that's ready to get reborn into something else because then it becomes decayed. You don't want your income to be decayed. You don't want that big just ups and downs and ups and downs. You want that constant flow forward and forward and forward. And that's what this is. Yes, the tides come in and they come out, but the ocean never dries up during an out tide. There's still water. Right? And so the same thing is going on with your finances. Sometimes it ebbs and flows, but it's perpetuating. And it's a beautiful, beautiful indicator of prosperity. Why is this happening? Because you have been working on yourself. Now, many of you haven't necessarily been working specifically on money or whatever these assets are, because you've been working on your own spiritual growth. But see, that's what happens with a lot of us. Many of us, will look back at our lives and we'll think, oh gosh, those people, all my friends went into business. They all did this. They all did all these things, and they're doing so well. And I went into spirituality, and I'm just, I'm not doing so well. And you realize that's not the case, because since you were so working on your spirituality, it's cups. Cups is all inclusive. Therefore, what happens is many of us find that we have made a vertical ascent. Even though we didn't specifically focus so much on money, so much on business, whatever it was, we've made a vertical ascent because of our spiritual growth that catches us up and sometimes bypasses those people that have been working specifically only on money. And that's what's open here for you. That yes, you can still be that spiritual master and have some financial prosperity, have a lot of financial prosperity according to this. Right? But your job is to let it happen as it happens and not really be able to control it, not always knowing where it's coming from or how it's happening, but also not trying to keep it alive when it's ready to move into another manifestation. Definitely your main goal today is to shut down the obsessive thinking. The only good way to be obsessive today is to be obsessive about shutting down the obsessions. You want to be as obsessive with those thoughts as they are with you if you notice them churning. Shut it down. Now, if you're not noticing any obsessive thoughts, great. Then you're already doing it. You're probably doing it naturally. So that's great. But if you are, don't worry about it. You use that off switch, shut that stuff down, and get into that flow of that abundance, that prosperity. Part of that abundance, part of that prosperity flow is letting things end and celebrating the ends of things, because you know that it's starting a new cycle and it's self-perpetuating and it's mysterious and you don't always know where, when, why, or how, but it's for your good and all good is happening for you. All right. Yay. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you to the amazing moderators, Shirley, Honeypaw, and Ray. We'll be back on Tuesday with another reading for all signs, because we're off on Mondays. See you Tuesday. Blessed be.